Welcome to Life Wealth Wisdom channel with Pam. Through this channel, we educate our viewers how they can create generation wealth.
That really brought me to this topic again. I'm talking about a credit score.
Mhm.
So, when we first come in, we start with like 600 or 650, and then all of a sudden it start dropping down. So, how do we manage our credit score? Because when we get an apartment, they request for credit score. When you're buying a car, they request for credit score. Whatever you're buying in Canada, the first thing they ask is what is your credit score? So that word credit score, I want you to emphasize and give us more enlightenment on credit score and how we can manage it.
Welcome to Life Wealth Wisdom channel with Pam. Through this channel, we educate our viewers how they can create generation wealth. Today, I have Salmat with me.
Thank you so much, Pam. My name is Salmat Olatsui, and I am from Split Roots Immigrant Center in Hamilton, Ontario. Thank you for having me here today.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
Salmat, I know you're helping newcomers coming to Canada. How we can make them better, like how I can help through my education or through my experience, how I can help them.
Thank you for asking that question. Like you can help immigrants in so many aspects. But firstly, because you a lot of you are in the financial industry, so I would like you to enlighten most of our immigrants on how to use a credit card and how not to abuse it. So if you can enlighten us on how to get a credit card, what kind of credit card to get, or how to build credit, I think that we can start from that.
Sure, it's a great question. Coming to this country, credit is really important because everything is being built on credit in this
Awesome.
country, right? What I advise to our viewers today, always have at least two credit cards because we do need two trade lines to build a credit in this country. Usually, when you come to Canada, you open up your bank account. Usually, they give you one credit card, but down the road, you should take another credit card to build your credit.
Oh, that is a very good advice, honestly. Let me tell you a story of an immigrant that I know. When he arrived in Canada, he called me and he said, "Oh, the bank I'm using gave me a credit card. And then the other bank that I tried to open also approaching me with another credit card. Like, what should I do?" Then I was just telling this person, like, can you afford to manage the both credit card? But he was like, I don't know, how can I afford it? Like, if I am getting this credit card, am I not going to use it? Like, is it not for me to use? Like, I was like, no, it's not your money. These people are giving you this loan. So a credit card is a loan, it's not your money. So I want you to help us enlighten people on how to spend their credit card wisely so they don't put themselves into debt.
Of course, that's the mistake usually newcomers make because they think it's free money
Yeah.
because they are not so used to use credit cards back home, right? But the credit card, yes, you it's good to start to build up your credit in this country,
Okay.
but use it and pay back. Use it and pay back. Always use less than 50% of your credit card.
I like that
I,
point.
I mean the balance of your credit card.
Oh, okay. So let's say, for example, you have a credit card of $500. So you should use at least 250 and make sure you return it back before using it again.
Yes,
Got it?
of course. You use at least 50%
50%.
before you can start paying back. But I mean, like, do not use more than 50% if you want to really build your credit.
Okay. So I have another question. What is the difference between credit card and credit line?
Credit line is like you once you have it forever, right?
Okay.
Even the credit, I'm sorry, the line of credit, you can make minimum payments, right?
Okay.
If you make minimum payments, like your interest is keep adding onto the line of credit,
Okay.
right? Same thing is credit card, right? If you don't pay like at least the minimum balance, right,
Mm-hmm.
then you are ruining your credit.
Oh, okay. That really brought me to this topic again. I'm talking about a credit score.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we first come in, we start with like 600 or 650, and then all of a sudden it start dropping down. So, how do we manage our credit score? Because when we get an apartment, they request for credit score. When you're buying a car, they request for credit score. Whatever you're buying in Canada, the first thing they ask is, what is your credit score? So that word credit score, I want you to emphasize and give us more enlightenment on credit score and how we can manage it.
What I just said before, do not over limit. Do
Okay.
never over limit. Once you over limit, then your beacon score goes low right away, right? Even overusing is you can reduce your score with 40%, right? So of course the credit is important in this country, right? That's why like the banks offer you credit card as soon you land, right? And use them wisely. Don't think it's a free money. It's like it's your money and you have to pay back, right? And at least if you cannot afford the whole thing, minimum payment is necessary to keep up your score.
Score. Okay. So I have another question in regards to the credit score. So let's say someone has been in debt for a very long time, and then maybe this person did a consumer proposal and like five bankruptcy, let's say bankruptcy, and then he already paid the loan off, but the credit score is still very, very low. What advice do you give to this kind of situation?
If we are talking about the bankruptcy takes actually 2 years.
Okay.
Even you go through the bankruptcy, right? A lot of banks won't give you any more any credit card,
But why?
any loan because like you didn't pay as you promised originally, right?
Yeah, but probably maybe the person is in financial problem for that person to have gone for bankruptcy. That person must have been in a very big mess. So
You know,
I want to know, like, 2 years, aside from 2 years, okay, understood, like 2 years, it will be off your credit score, right? In your credit history. So how else can you be building your credit history aside while waiting for the 2 years to come?
That is good question actually. I'm going to do my best to answer this because there is a few reasons. I shouldn't be telling people go ahead and do bankruptcy.
No, no, no. It's a no, 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 no.
And
Bankruptcy is not. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, like sometimes you don't want to do that, but you
Yeah.
are being forced
do,
into that, right? You cannot afford. That's why like be wise, use your credit wisely, right? Once you go through bankruptcy, it's really hard to build your credit, right? Some people like they keep one credit card, even though like they have three, four different credit cards, they have line of credit, they will do not include all of them into the bankruptcy. They will keep one credit card so their credit is keep building, right? Like example, let's say if I have TD credit card, I have RBC line of credit. If I did both banks through bankruptcy, right? I mean, both banks are included into my bankruptcy. It's already in their system. Even after 2 years, they are not going to give you any credit card, right? Or any loan. That's why it's really important. Use your credit wisely, right? Make at least minimum payment, right? Don't get excited coming to this country, right? Take 2 3 credit cards, right? This is my advice to viewers, right? Do not go crazy to get too many credit cards, get too many loans, right? See how much is your salary, how much money you are making, sit back and plan it, right? Like plan like how much your rent, how much your car payment, how much the any other payments you are making, phone bill, and do the calculation, right?
Yeah.
Then you do sit and see. They say 32%, right? GDS, called GDS, 32%. You should not use more than 32%
So,
of your paycheck into the credit cards or any payments.
mm, that's a good advice. I want to ask you about um, credit card and loan.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have two credit cards, like you advise, and then the person also go ahead and get a car loan, and at the same time get a mortgage, and at the same time go to what do they call all those private loan lenders, and then still borrow some money. So accumulation of all this can be so overwhelming for newcomers. Can you advise our viewers, mostly the newly arrived to Canada, and how to manage their finance in general, not just credit card, you know? If you can give us enlightenment or educate us on how we can manage our finances as soon as we step into the country.
What I just said before, right? Talk to professional. If you don't know yourself coming to this country, sometimes we don't go to the professionals. We think like they're going to charge a lot of money. There's always fee. No, that is not the case, right? Or talk to a friend or talk to a family member, like who is here longer than you, right? To take their advice how to use your credit, right? Otherwise you get confused, right? You don't know where to go and what type of credit card you should get and how you make the payments, right? If you wisely sit back and plan what I said before, plan with your income, right? Income part is really important, right? If you use your credit more than income,
Yeah.
right? So then how you will be able to make the payments?
Absolutely. I agree with you when you said, like, when you first come into a country, you should get a financial advisor. It's free, right?
It's free, of course. Like you have an organization, you are helping people, newcomers to Canada, and you are guiding them to how to build your credit. And of course, that's why you are here today.
Absolutely.
So we can maybe get together and educate more people, right?
Okay.
So like there's a help available.
Oh, that's a good approach. That's a good collaboration. You're just offering me partnership, right? So I think I will also advise all the newcomers or anyone who is just arriving in Canada, not just who is just arriving in Canada, even if you're planning to migrate or you are already in the system
Yes.
for so many years or you just recently arrived. I think this advice you've just given, it's so crucial that we should not misuse any opportunity or any financial opportunity given to us by the bank or maybe private lenders. So I think today has been so productive and I am so happy to get all those educations for our viewers, and I hope they can keep learning, you know.
Of course, if we can educate more people through our channel, and that's my blessing. And thanks for you to coming in today to put some light to newcomers. And if anybody needs help, like you are available and I'm available as well. What you said before, even before you coming to this country, in these days, like everything is online, right? You can
Absolutely.
find people, you can talk to them, right? And you can get the education before you come coming to Canada. I think we're going to end here today with our beautiful conversation or beautiful podcasting. And let's wait for the next one. Thanks for watching us. And let's wait for the next one, what we are coming up with. Thank
Thank
you.
you.